Hi scholars, Dr. Ratcliffe here. I just wanted to go over some aspects of the team presentation and the team discussions that are leading up to that presentation so you have a better understanding of what this project is all about. So first let's start with Team Discussion 1. This can be found in Week 6 module. Team Discussion 1 requires you to post multiple times in this discussion board. You've already been divided into teams. And so in order to figure out who your team members are, I believe you can go to the People tab and click under Groups, and you should be able to see who's in your group project. If you have any specific questions about that, please let me know. But for Team Discussion 1, this is how you're going to start this presentation. Since you're set up into groups, only you and your team members will be able to see your discussion posts. The first thing that you need to do is read the team presentation assignment. You can do that by clicking this link right here, or you can go to week, I believe it's 7 or 8 module and see this same assignment. So this particular assignment is asking you as a group to identify several communication problems in the workplace. Each individual speaker will present one different communication problem and the solutions to that problem. And so, for instance, the first person who chooses to speak will give a very brief overall introduction of the team presentation, and then they'll choose a problem, they'll detail that problem, and then they'll detail the solutions. Then they're going to introduce speaker 2 and their problem, and then they're going to stop. That's all that they record. The second speaker will talk about their communication problem, detail it, and give some solutions to it, and then they're going to introduce the third speaker and what their topic will be. And that's all. And then you go on down the list until you get to the final speaker, and the final speaker will talk about their problem and the solutions to that problem, and then they'll offer some overall closing to the whole team's presentation. So each person should speak. This should actually be 3 to 4 minutes. I'll go in and update that. And you will cite at least 4 credible sources in your presentation. And so what you're going to do is you're basically going to make decisions as a group, but most of the information or most of the work that you do is individual work. And so here's your individual requirements. So you create 3 to 4 slides as a visual aid for your background. You should also have a little transition slide between at the end of your presentation that introduces the next speaker and their topic. And then basically it talks about if you're the first speaker, you give a brief introduction, and if you're the final speaker, you give a brief conclusion. If you are one of those 2 speakers, that counts as part of your time. So you're not really doing any extra work. If you have people who are not participating, those people can be fired from the group. We'll talk about that more next week, since we'll have a better understanding as to who is participating. And then here is how the assignment will break down. Most of your points will come from the individual speech. 50 points will come from the group grade, and then 50 points will come from a peer evaluation grade. As we get closer to this assignment being due, I will post some information here about how to turn in the different aspects of the team presentation. But first, let's go back to Team Discussion 1. So as part of this discussion, you want to first, after you read the team presentation assignment, you want to introduce yourself to the team in the discussion board. And I think there are actually more than 3 people in each group. And so there should be 4 or 5 people in each group. So don't worry if there's more than 3. There's probably 4 or 5. You're going to choose a team leader. The team leader just makes sure that everything is on track. They may basically make a list of all the decisions at the end of each discussion, but there is really nothing additional for them to do except just keeping people on track. And then each person should go ahead and choose the communication problem in the workplace that they want to talk about. No 2 team members should choose the same problem. Chapter 6 has a really good discussion about obstacles in communication, and so that might be a good place to start. But if you just Google communication problems in the workplace, you come up with a whole lot of ideas. It could be anything from poorly written email in the workplace, or negative social media usage in the workplace, or sexual harassment in the workplace, or poor top-down communication, and so Think about all the ways that communication could break down in a business setting and just choose one aspect to focus on. And so the other thing that you want to do is go ahead and choose the speaking order of each person. So the first speaker must also deliver the team intro, and the last speaker should deliver the team conclusion. Once again, these are not very difficult things to do. I'll give you more instructions on team discussion 2 as to how to accomplish this. So if you are to be successful on this team discussion or these team discussions, you need to post multiple times. Do not wait to post at the last minute. You will notice that this team discussion is due by Thursday, April the 26th. And so this means that steps 1, 2, and 4 should be done by Thursday. Then I'm going to give you 2 more days to finish making decisions in terms of choosing a team leader and then choosing the speaker order. So everyone needs to have posted by Thursday an introduction. They need to have posted a potential topic, and they need to have read the team presentation. And then the other decisions can be made by the group through a back and forth discussion by Saturday. And so you've got to post early enough, and do not wait till the last minute, and also do not put this off. If you don't post, you run the risk of getting fired from your group, and you don't want to do that because there's a lot of extra work involved. And so team discussion 1 is pretty straightforward, but I would encourage you to jump on and start getting that done. And if you have any questions, please let me know.